Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Before we get into the video, what is your definition of happiness? And what is your definition of joy? And what are the differences? I think I've talked about this before. Happiness is just an instant, almost gratification. Like coffee makes me happy, ice cream makes me happy, reading makes me happy, soaping makes me happy. You know, and there's two sides of every coin, and yeah, whatever. But what is joy? I don't think joy comes and goes as quick as happiness does. I think it stays within us, and when we feel joy, we are just bursting. We have that glow about us. Maybe not externally, but internally, and you just feel this, woo, I don't know. It's just a question for you. But anyway, today we are starting another soap series. Me, who doesn't do soap series, has just dove into doing these soaps together. But there were actually too many to put them with wildflowers and bees because a lot of them weren't done. So I decided to do Mayflowers. Yep, Mayflowers. And we're starting with a doozy. It is, I'll tell you, 3 things. Be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out the new lilac blossoms. First off, there's a lot going on in this soap. This is shea butter, and I'm infusing some wild lilacs that I harvested last year with my shea butter. I took all the stems out and left all the petals, and then I'm reserving these for the top of the soap. We'll see how that goes. So I just let it, steep in the crock pot, melt the shea, and you don't want to get it too hot, but hot enough. And amazingly, it did smell like lilacs. Wasn't overpowering, but definitely a nice smell to it. And then I just strained them out like you do, and squished the heck out of it and got all the oil out, or as much of the shea out as I could, because I'm going to use this in the soap. There's also apricot infused lilacs oil. There's my dried ones for the top. See? Yep. So they kind of clump together because how they're on the branch, but it'll work. It'll work. And then to start, I'm going to show you, this is my titanium dioxide. So this itty bitty baby scale is perfect to weigh out how much titanium dioxide I use in a soap and how much mica I use in a soap. And it's just a really great thing overall. See? And we're going to measure, I can't remember what color this is. Oh, it's pink. Okay, so it's ballet slippers is the mica. And you have to charge for everything. You have to figure out everything you put into the soap so you know what your cost is, so you know what to charge. Very important. This is I Dream of Purple. Both of those are by Man Micas. And write it down. And this last one is Purple Rain, which is a new one from Brambleberry. I think it's a new one. It was new to me, so I hadn't seen it before, and I really thought it was it's a really pretty purple. I do like it. And then, then I can figure out my costs for my micas. Now, my lye water is actually made with lilac hydrosol. And when I put the lye in there, it did smell faintly of lilacs. It's the craziest thing, you guys. But I liked it. And I'm just literally playing with the soap here. How long does it take to mix it till you get to emulsion? It does depend. I think somebody told me 10 minutes. She preferred mixing over the immersion blender, 30 seconds of the immersion blender versus 10 minutes. I'm just like, no. I will just do the immersion blender. So this fragrance oil is lilac blossoms from Nurture Homemade. Yep. You gotta watch that one because it does have a lower usage rate. But it smells amazing, you guys. It smells absolutely amazing. I have like 3 different lilac scents. Like one is from Brambleberry, which is a very good one too. Lilac Blossoms could be my favorite, but bulk apothecary, bulk apothecary, whatever that place is, they have one that's called Lilacs and Lilies. Oh, that one could be the topper. It could be the topper. And it's really hard because sometimes you get a lilac scent and it just fades, or it's just nothing like, nothing like the lilacs of, in a person's memories. I am so looking forward to lilac season, you guys. So looking forward to it. I think it lasts maybe a week around here, if I'm lucky, 2, But I love harvesting them. I dry them. I make hydrosol. I make oil. I just, I made wine that one year. This year I'm going to try fermenting them. Yeah, there's so much you can do with lilacs. But anyway, to this soap. Titanium dioxide in the white just because I wasn't sure. Sometimes you just want white. Sometimes you don't want the off-white of the soap or the color of the soap. Mine isn't that bad. Depends on the recipe, but usually, it's pretty white. Like in the, what did we just do? Fuzzy Winter? Yeah, that one was pretty white. And just blending up the colors so you can, I got a good array. I really liked it. Looking at it, I was like, yes, this is stellar. This is perfect. And for the pour, it's just a very, what do you want to call this? A skinny drop swirl. I call it a skinny drop swirl because if you do a regular drop swirl, they usually have, at least half of the first color poured into the mold. You know what I'm saying? And so I always call it a skinny drop swirl because I start with a skimpy amount on the bottom and then pour it, each color. There we go. It was kind of thickening up a little bit. Who knows? I don't know why. Maybe I didn't look if it accelerated or not. But nothing really bad. Just, you just give it a whisk and swirl it and, it's still pourable. Yeah. So what do you think? Let me know what you think of this bar. I had so much fun planning this sucker. I've been planning it for a while just because I made the lilac oil, like last year. Last fall maybe. Yeah, and started infusing it, and because I was like, I'm making a lilac soap. I love lilacs. What else are you gonna, what else? You think spring, I think tulips and lilacs. Well, and dandelions, but I don't know, do dandelions have a smell? Guess you could use a bright one for that, but yeah, I've done a dandelion soap before that was unscented. It was actually a really nice soap overall. You don't have to scent them all the time. Nope, you don't. And then I literally did almost a drop swirl in the bowl because like I said, it was getting thicker, and just chunked it out on top. Looked kind of cool. Now don't forget we have those lilacs to put on top yet. Yes, too bad. It was prettier the other way, but like the first time I went across it, I guess I could have took the extra soap and just did something else with it. But there's my dried lilacs. Just so you know, it did turn out really well. But I think lilacs are one of those things where if you would actually put the whole botanical in the soap, it would turn brown, which is so disappointing. Kind of like hibiscus. I've been reading up on hibiscus, and boy, that seems like a sucker to get the color to come through in soap. Such a beautiful color when you make tea, but I guess maybe it's just the saponification. I don't know. One of these times I'll mess with it, maybe this summer. When I have more free time. But there you go. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Look at those sides. Oh, nice solid bar. Yeah. Look at that. So I was thinking, it's really kind of boring the way I cut my soaps and you have to wait, right? I liked it. I did like it. Like, last year when I put the little dinosaur poster up and then I cut them to the side so you could see each side. But I don't know. What do you think? Is this a good way to cut them? Make you wait for it. Builds anticipation. What's it gonna look like? I'm just asking a question. There's no right or wrong answer, I mean, this is kind of the way everybody cuts their soaps. Well, there's a few that are different. I do have like a side view. I guess it's a side view. This is a top view, but. And I did turn it on its side just so I wasn't cutting through those flowers because they can leave really drastic drag marks through your soap. Look at that. Those are glycerin rivers. That heavy white there. Do you see it? It's those are glycerin rivers. That means the soap got a little hot. Had a little extra water. There's all sorts of reasons I think they give you for having glycerin rivers, but those are really pretty. The hanger swirl did an excellent job through those. I don't think I talked about the hanger swirl, but that's okay. We don't have to talk about everything, do we? That one's cool. Really cute. Really cute. I'm super stoked with these. And they do smell absolutely amazing. Except I had to fix that one because I messed it up. And as always, here are the fragrance notes for these super cute bars. Here are the bars just after I cut them. And here are the bars when they are totally cured. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Hey, and answer my questions. Bye-bye.